Look at that, Peterbilt, Merry Christmas from Big G Resolution. That wreath is looking good on the front. Thank you, Gen Z G. We are hauling Kias today. If you guys want to see what my day is about, how you load cars onto this trailer, stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. We got a brand new Peterbilt logo on the hood. This wreath has a bunch of lights on it that have to go off because it is daytime. And it's my first time using this GoPro that I just got. So excuse me if I don't have the right point of angle on some stuff. But I'm going to do my best to show you what my morning's all about. We are in West Point, Georgia. And we are about to get to work. This beautiful rig is nice and clean. As you can see, we parked next to a porta-john, so we don't have to run far, just in case. So has anybody wondered what we tie cars down with? Look at this box of goodies. We got ourselves a brand new strap. This strap has a 3,500 pound weight capacity, strength capacity, and it's wrapped in plastic. Gotta get it out. And guess what? This strap goes around any wheel on any vehicle. You gotta move this stick so it doesn't fall off, going scratching everything. Garbage goes back in there. We'll throw it out later. So let's grab the stick and this strap. And I had a little hiccup with a strap, well, a hook. So I'll show you later on what I'm dealing with, why I gotta replace that. Let's put the stick. Usually my rhythm is put the stick over here somewhere. Where do I put it? Wait, I forgot. Wait, where do I put it? Oh, no, yeah, right here, yeah, there you go. That's where I leave the stick. So this ramp has to go up because we are putting a sedan behind the sleeper, a Kia K5. So we're gonna start with that. Then we got this trailer, nice and shiny, all ready to go. What do we have here? We got to slide out that ramp on the bottom. First step, slide out the tail bottom ramp. Because when you're going to be laying down that top rack, it's going to overlap it nice and smoothly. And then we won't catch any bumpers. So what do we got here next? We're going to lower the top rack down, all the way down. Beautiful sunrise out there. We're gonna raise this ramp all the way up. So the bridge from the trailer to the truck has to be filled in. So there's a ramp connected to this ramp that I just rose, and it slides out and overlaps everything, and you lower it down onto the truck. And that's how you cross from the trailer to the truck. And you use these lever thingy-majiggers over here to do all the work. It's pretty fun. You should try it out one day. But let me show you here. See? Look at that. Perfect setup here. Sometimes you gotta slide it back a little bit if you overslid it too far. But we're set there. Next, we're gonna move these straps out of the way. We're gonna be loading 9 units, so we don't wanna place the wheels on a hook and then have to move the vehicle. So we try to get them out and try not to drive over the hooks because it damages the trailer. Sometimes you just forget and it happens, but it is what it is. We're doing work, business, wear and tear will happen. But as long as you're careful as much as possible, just move all these straps out of the way and get these ramps out. They slide all the way out. See, I was talking about this overlap. This is how smooth it should go on. That's why you slide this bottom ramp all the way out, and you should be nice and dandy, ready to go. This side, same story. Get these straps out of the way. By the way, this truck has like 130,000 miles on it. We've carried 1 million loads, and these are still original straps. As you can see, same story on this side. Remove them. All nice and clean, ready to go. These pockets right here are for truck setups. When you pull on a pickup truck, you lower those pockets, but there you go. That's how you do it, boys and girls. All ready to go. Let's go grab our first vehicle. So I usually work off my phone, and the load sheet is on a carrier app, and it shows you the location, bay number, and voila, we are on the row we need. So this one's not ours. We are looking for a Kia Sportage. Black. Look at that. We came right up to it, and we gotta check it out for damages. So verify the VIN on your phone. There's a sticker right here. You verify the VIN here. You verify the sticker on the window with the dealership name, with the VIN number, and voila, this is our vehicle. So now we start checking for damages. And black vehicles usually have a lot of scuffs and scrapes on them. Not necessarily damage, but it's just people rubbing up against them, and rail cars are in the assembly line, and there could be a scratch. You think it's a scratch, but if you rub it long enough, it comes off, because sometimes it's just glue. So that was fine right there. Looks like there's a little scratch right here, and usually if there's a scratch or a little tiny blemish, we mark it on the app. On the carrier app, there's a whole list of damages that you can mark. And once you mark that, you record the damage codes on the load sheet before exiting. Most of the time you need a signature for that so that you don't get in trouble later. But this is what you have to do with every single vehicle. You walk around, you check everything out, you rub the whole car pretty much. You rub everything you see just to check if it's a scratch or a scuff or a dent, or if the airbags are blown. Usually not. But brand new Kia Sportage, and this one looks like it has a lot of the scuffs and whatever they are, but most of them rub off. So we're gonna go ahead and finish off with looking at every single panel, rubbing every single panel. Yep, that's what I do. Check the roof out, make sure everything's cheeky pooky on there, and there you go, another one. This one you gotta rub really hard to get off, but most of the time it's glue. But this is what I have to deal with every day. Just brand new vehicles. You think they're new, I mean they are new, but you think they should be clean and nice and dandy, polished up, ready to go from the factory. But these days the quality control is not that good, and a lot of times we have to mark a lot of scuffs, a lot of scratches on the vehicles. Once you find scratches, you mark them on the carrier app. There's a damage list. You mark it picked up, and there's a thumbs down button that this vehicle has scratches or scuffs. So what you need in the vehicle is that blue paper and this tracker. Once you're done loading, all 9 of these trackers have to go to the security gate when you're driving out, and all 9 of these papers, one from each vehicle, also have to go to the security with a copy of your bill of lading. So we're ready to go get on first position. Let's go. Hello, you still there? So we stop on the second position. We gotta close these pockets in a little bit because the Sportage wheels are a little smaller. So this is what you have to remember. You gotta close them in a little so you don't fall in and damage the vehicle. And then you just back on and you're ready to go. Put the wheels in the pockets. Get out. Window up. Don't forget the e-brake, and you go ahead and go grab your second one. Make sure all your straps are out of the way, and let's go grab the second one. Next one up for grabs is a Telluride going on the second position. Let's go. So we're gonna get in and turn the radio down, open the window, put it in drive, and let's go. Gotta be careful. Try to make sure you're in the middle of the trailer so you don't fly off of either side. All the straps out of the way, and we put this front wheel into these pockets. The pockets are in the middle hole. There's a third hole, but window up, e-brake on, tracker already in the truck, paper already in the truck, and let's go. So the first thing you're gonna do is grab the strap right here. It's already ready for you. Gonna slap it on that wheel, but it looks like it's a little short, so we're gonna need to get more length on that strap. So we get it out right here. Also, if you're doing it up in the air, you gotta be careful. Hold on to the roof rack. You're walking on edges over here, so always be extra careful. Make sure you got good grip everywhere. Throw that strap on right in the middle. Put that hook on. When you're backing up, you gotta just be careful. Don't rush. Come on, just think about it. Make sure that strap is in the middle at all times. And there you go. This black felt thing goes on the edges so the strap doesn't get ripped. Then you go to the front. And this is where this strap needs to get replaced. So usually I'm Hercules and I tend to just break metal in half. So when I'm tightening, this got broken. This hook right here, this is pure metal. And sometimes they break, especially when you're tying it down by frame. Usually that's on used vehicles, bigger trucks, if you need to make height. But we're going to go ahead and replace the strap, even though we just need a hook. But we'll deal with that later. We can save this strap and replace the hook later. But we're going to get this brand new puppy on and call it a day. So you got to unroll it here. Make sure it's all straight up and down. Ready to go. Put the strap around the wheel. Also, foot placing, very important. All that rubberized stuff is for your foot. Get that hook into the nearest hole by the tire. Hold on to the hood. And we are ready to roll. Put that middle hook in. I don't know why I didn't fast forward this, but I'll just have you watch while I play around with this thing. Don't leave me hanging. So this strap goes into that little holder there, and you start rolling away, because this strap is usually pretty long. We usually place vehicles a lot further, so we need it long. This is like the point where you drive it up the most. So as long as I like to have the strap in the middle. I don't like to damage it on all those bends, and so you just go to this car once that's done, and you start off with the rear, front strap, middle, like always. That green thing on the strap prevents it from falling off. It's a little bit of weight. Put the strap in the middle, roll it in, and same thing on the front. Strap on, closest hole to the wheel, middle hook as close as possible to the wheel, and we are ready to go. We are in business. Middle of the wheel. Same story on the other side. Get all those straps on and you're ready to roll. I like to throw the first vehicle onto the nose, then throw the second vehicle on, and I like to do all 8 straps together. Get them on, get them tightened. That's the first step, loading the first two vehicles. Also, as you see, that strap is not rolled all over the bar. I like to have it nice and straight and dandy. All these straps are out of the way, as you can see. This is where I put them after I take them off of vehicles so that they're never in the way, and then that's where I grab them from once I'm ready to put them on the wheel. So just a little rhythm for you, as you can see. It's nice to have all these straps organized and out of the way. That way, as you can see, it goes pretty smooth putting all the straps on once everything's in place. Everybody thinks car hauling is hard. I don't know. I've been doing it for 8 years, getting all these straps on every day, and I don't see a problem with this. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't rush and you do the task with a good work ethic, the good work ethic is the biggest thing. You don't want to do sloppy work. When you do perfection like this, you start loving your job, and it turns out and works out pretty good. As you can see, last strap going on to the second vehicle. We're gonna need some length also on this one, so we're gonna cross over, hold on to the roof rack, and get on the back right here, unreel it a little bit. Looks like it's stuck here. Get it unstuck, but I like to use gloves for all of this. That way my hands are warm and not getting beat up and dirty, and it helps out a lot. Sam's Club to the rescue. You can get a pack of like 15 pairs for like $10 or something. These gloves are pretty nice. But we're gonna get this last hook in here, tighten the strap so it's nice and neat, and we're going down. We just walk back down, looking up at the world from the height above. So the next step is we're gonna disconnect the bridge. We're gonna slide it in a couple inches off of that ledge that we put it on, and we're gonna start lowering it down onto the third position. So as you can see, I put the first position on and I put the second position on. Now on this type of trailer, the third position is behind the sleeper. We're gonna have to lower the ramp onto the third position and slide it all the way out to get that bridge connected to the third position, and then we're gonna lower it down onto the third position. And at this point, we are ready to lower the number 2 position so we can get it tightened, because once we put number 3 on, it's going to be harder to get it tightened. So we do the tightening of number 2 and 1 before we get the third position on. So just like that, really easy off the ground. Over here, you got to get in behind the sleeper because this reel is over here. As you can see, the strap is straight, ready to go on, ready to get tightened. So you tighten that. So we're gonna fix this strap right here so it's nice and straight, because we're gonna be tightening that from the outside so we don't have to reach in, and get this one tightened. So as you can see, I did 1, 2, 3 straps so far, but tighten them, I mean, as much as you can. You don't really have to break your back. I like to do it a little bit extra tight because I'm always paranoid with the strap coming off and hitting a brand new vehicle. So we go back here. Just watch my rhythm. Watch me go. Watch me nay-nay. But number 2 is all tightened. All 4 straps. Then on to number 1. We're going to raise this deck as we go, so it's straight for the third vehicle to get on. And this lever is out on the outside, so we get on the ladder. Try not to hit the pretty cab, pretty paint. This one you can reach from the ground, depends on how tall you are, but usually I can reach it with a stick. There are longer sticks that you can work with. Once we get that one tightened, we go around the truck and we end up on the last 2 levers. We just tighten those, and number 1 and 2 will be done. 1 and done. We got a janitor out here picking up trash. We get on the ladder here, and we tighten the last one. These don't have to be too tight, but try to do your best without damaging the cab. But he just asked me if I need the strap, and yes I do. This is a good strap, so we're gonna save it because we do have hooks in here somewhere. We can get the hook replaced, so we'll deal with that later. Lock it up, and let's go back, and we're gonna be raising number 2 all the way up. Remember, all 8 straps are tightened. We're raising number 2 so we can get number 3 in. And as you saw, these back ramps, I got them up so we can get the sedan on without rubbing the belly of it. So it's gonna be nice and straight. Number 2 is up, ready to roll. We're gonna go ahead and grab number 3. It's gonna be a Kia K5. This Kia K5, we're gonna be putting on backwards. Don't forget your tracker. Don't forget your paper. And don't forget to open your window to stick your head out, because the backwards part is a little bit harder. But here we go. You always want to see one hole, at least one hole on your ramps all open when backing up. That way you're more or less in the middle. And we're gonna back it up all the way up to the sleeper, and usually you'll see what you're doing once you're doing it. But oops, I just hit something, never mind. I know where I'm going, I know where I'm stopping. But yeah, don't forget your window up, your tracker, park, put it in park, your paper. These are the things people usually forget. Power button, e-brake, careful getting out. And we going down, and look at that, we are a fist away. We put the paper and tracker into the truck, and that should be good right there. And next step is lowering the number 2 position. So this is a rhythm. I go in and I lower the number 2 position as much as I can. Usually I already have it locked, or if I don't, I just go with the flow and lock the pins in. But I like to have the truck done, so I put the straps on the front wheel first without scratching anything. It's a little bit harder to get in behind the beams that are holding up the rack, but try to put the hook into the closest hole so it doesn't rub against your wheel wells. Strap straight. We're gonna put the rear strap on also without damaging the quarter panel. You gotta be careful with that strap all the time on the sedans, since the wheel wells are a little smaller. But our stick is next to us, ready to tighten. I go ahead and tighten these 2 straps right away. So that is done. 1, 2. These are very easy, quick spins. Sorry for the point of angle. Can't see me tightening them. But the third step is getting this ramp in so you can cross over and work on the other side. We're gonna raise it a little bit. That way we don't hit the bumper of that Kia. Don't raise it too much. And then we're gonna slide it in all the way. We don't need that bridge anymore to the truck because we just got our 3rd vehicle on, and the truck will be done here once those straps are tightened. It takes a little while to get that ramp slid in because it's a little slow, but you just daydream for a little while you're doing it and plan out your next move. But watch the rhythm as you go. So we got it almost slid in, we lowered it down, and what I like to do before finishing that job is I like to prep these straps, get them out of the way. This one, get it out of the way off of the sliding part, because next vehicle we're going to be putting on is number 4. We cross over. Remember, that side's done, so we cross over to this side. We put our stick down and we put these straps on carefully, nice and neatly, so that we don't scratch anything. Get the hooks into the closest hole by the wheel. Throw the rear strap on. I always try to make sure that the straps are in the middle everywhere. That usually gets the job done pretty. And last strap on this number 3 vehicle. Once that's on, I usually straighten everything out, put that felt over the sharp edges, and I go ahead and tighten everything. So this rack is all the way down and it's sitting on pins. We are ready to go move these straps and get this vehicle on here. So our next steps are going to be getting 3 of these on here. We don't mess with the straps until we get all 3 on the trailer. Number 4 is going on backwards. Make sure you see at least one hole to be in the middle of the trailer, and you're going to park this one a couple of holes away from the part that slides. Make sure you grab everything like your tracker, your paper, close your window, e-brake, power button. That's how you do it. Don't forget your phone. And we are ready to go get number 5. Let's get number 5. Look at that. Kia Sportage. Number 5 going on backwards also. Gotta be careful, but usually you put this wheel into these pockets. Just like that. Again, same rhythm. Don't forget e-brake, park, tracker, paper. And you are ready to go. See how I'm not messing with the straps? I don't mess with the straps till I put all them on top. So we are going to get number 5. Both of these are Kia Sportages. Number 5 will be a Kia Telluride. Here you go. Black, all inspected. Ready to pull on forward. Let's get her on. This one's gonna be a couple holes off the rear. So usually you'll understand what I'm saying when you're doing it. But you should be good, ready to go like that. As long as that hook fits behind the back tire of the ramp, you should be set to go. I have a couple holes, as you can see, and I start my rhythm. My rhythm goes like this. Get all the straps on one side, get all the straps on the other side, and ready to tighten. So the cool part is all 3 vehicles on top of the trailer are parked, spaced out, and the straps are ready to go on. And the cool part is you go around from tire to tire. Along one side you put them on, then you cross over to the other side and you put them on the other side. Easy work, easy money. All you gotta do is put some straps on. I like to think to myself every time I'm doing this rhythm and throwing every strap on, and I like to think to myself, like, how many more straps am I gonna have to put on until I quit this job? And then I wondered to myself, what could be better than car hauling? Look at that, one side almost on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straps on one side. Make sure you put those felt things down so you don't rip the strap over time on edges. You go ahead and start tightening. I'm doing a little bit different of a rhythm with this one. I don't know why, but I just got in the moment. So I tighten this whole side, and what I have to go do now is raise this tail a little bit before I tighten all four wheels on that one. But this ramp right here goes down a little, so you want it up a little. You want the ramp up a little, but we're gonna go ahead and throw this whole side of straps on before we start tightening this rear vehicle. But yeah, almost done. Just a couple more straps and then the rest of my life. This is actually the last load of 2023 for me. I will be taking this load home, and my bro Gen ZG will be delivering it. I've been on a 2-week on, 1 week off schedule for about 3-4 years. Haven't disrupted that. And though after my 2 weeks, my bro Gen ZG covers me for the 1 week that I'm off each month, and then I get back at it for 2 weeks. So he has to drive my truck for 1 week out of his 2 weeks, and he drives another guy's truck for his other second week, and we have 3 drivers on 2 trucks that way, and the schedule is 2 weeks on, 1 week off for each of the drivers. So we've been at that for a really long time, and that's the best schedule there is for us and for this company so far. I've been here for 8 years, so it's been a minute. And of course, each driver gets every single weekend off, or most of the weekend off. So even between the 2 weeks that you're driving, you get the weekend off. Our routes cross through the state of Kentucky where we reside, so it's very easy to park the truck at home for the weekend and continue on a Monday. So look at that. We got all the straps on. We're gonna start tightening. As you can see, this ramp is up a little bit because this flipper on the back goes down under the weight of the car. It's on an angle, so it's better to tighten the strap after the vehicle's weight is set down on that ramp, because if you do tighten it before you raise the rear, then most of the weight will be teeter-tottering on the strap, and you don't really want that. That puts more wear on the strap, more stress, and especially on heavy vehicles, it's not good. On light vehicles, on bumps, your tail tends to jump up and down if most of the weight is subjected on the strap. So now we have everything tightened. We're gonna go to the levers that raise all 3 decks, and we're gonna start raising all 3 decks. We are done with the top, all nice and tightened. We're gonna start raising this 3 beams. 3 beams raise the full top of the trailer. Once we have all that raised, we raise the bottom decks, make sure they're all ready to go, and we start moving straps out of the way, because you don't want to put your wheel on a hook or on a strap and then not being able to put it on. So we have to predict what size car is going to go on here and make the strap shorter so that you don't park on the straps. So I had a truck on here, so I'm going to roll the strap in a little bit because I don't need it that long. We're going to have a Telluride down here, so we have to make the wheelbase a little bit shorter. And this side of straps is almost done. You just have to make sure these tail straps go down on the ground and they're out of the way. And also we put that down all the way down because we're going to be lowering this ramp once that vehicle goes on. And you do the same thing on the other side, back to front. We got a Telluride going into the belly. Position number 7 gets parked just like this. So as long as you open the door, as long as you can open the door in front of that beam, you are set to park. And just don't forget your tracker and your blue paper, power button, e-brake, all that. and your door should swing wide open and you should be able to get out. And as you can see, perfect, it closed. Let's get our 8th vehicle, position 8 on. It's a Kia Sportage, and we are gonna park it also. As soon as the door opens in front of the beam, you get it up nice and close to it, just like that. As long as it opens all the way, you are set to go. Also, don't forget your paper, your tracker, park, e-brake, window up, and you are ready to jump down with a bang. And look at that, the door closes all the way. And the next one, the last one, position 9, is gonna be backwards also. Another Telluride, Kia Telluride, and you just put the front wheel in like that. Your door should open all the way also on number 9. Back up, close, and you are ready to slide the ramps in. So as you can see, the strap goes on. We're gonna start putting straps on, and this wheel is right behind the tail light. Just so you know how far to slide the ramp in. Make sure all your straps on straight, middle of the wheel. And we just put these 2 front straps, these 2 rear straps onto this vehicle, and then we go around the back and we continue to go along this whole side, getting this ramp in and putting the straps onto all the tires. Oops, we kind of drove onto a strap a little bit, but we're good. So getting these straps on this side, and we're gonna be getting the straps on the whole side of this truck, driver's side, and then we're gonna cross through the 5th wheel and finish up to where we started on the other side. As you can see, I got all 3 vehicles on before putting any straps on, and now I go in a rhythm of working with only straps. And at the end of this video, I want to see a comment on how many times I said the word strap in this whole 45-minute long video. That would be fun. Somebody sitting there keeping tallies and counting, but good luck. Just a little challenge for you. And all these straps going on. All right, I'm gonna stop saying straps now. Straps, straps, straps. Try to get that hook very close to the tire so that you don't rub any wheel wells, because at this plant they actually fine you for that. They go, when you're exiting, they go and check how close your straps are to the wheel and how close they are to the wheel wells, so you don't want to get in trouble. So just like this, you cross through the 5th wheel like that, and you finish off with the rest of this whole side. So once you have all the vehicles on your trailer, you should have marked the whole load picked up by now on both your apps, on your company app and your carrier app, and you should be ready to go. Once all these straps are on, I like to have a rhythm. I got my buddy over here, co-driver from the same company, asking some questions. But we usually have a couple trucks here and there, loading next to each other from the same company. We usually do these loads a couple times a week, and it's nice and fun and dandy loading together. But look at that, I came all the way back to this side where this is my last strap to put on. Go straight on to the 8th position, and the 9th is already done. So what I do now is I'm gonna lower this position here, lower everything down. There you go. Go down, all the way down. You lower the tail all the way down as far as it goes. It's a little catchy over there, but then you start lowering the top. See how I don't tighten the straps yet? I try to lower the top so that I have a good enough gap on top It usually has to be around a fist or more. And once all that is down, I go ahead and start locking the pins as I go, and I start tightening the straps as I go. So we got 2 holes there from the tiny little one, and I'm gonna leave this strap on like this, and once all that's down, I start tightening that, and I'm going towards the front of the truck to tighten everything. That is done. So here I'm gonna lock this pin in. Sorry for the angle, can't really see anything, but I remember the holes, to how many holes it's locked into. So I remember for the other side, go ahead and tighten these straps, and we're gonna cross over to the other side, and we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We remembered how many holes there were, and this saves a lot of time when you're multitasking and doing all this at the same time, tightening the straps and setting your height, locking your pins, making sure that you have enough height between the decks, and usually there's more than enough. We do this one also 2 holes as we remember, and we tighten all this, and we are almost finished. We're gonna hook this strap under because we had to lower this car to get access to that flipper there, and we go ahead and tighten this strap, and this is the last beam we have to lock. So we lock it in, both pins, we tighten that. Make sure to not forget to tighten each strap really good. So you see how I just saved a bunch of time by having a nice rhythm of tightening and locking pins in. Make sure all that's locked in pretty good. And we got 2 more straps to tighten and set 1 more pin. And so we just remember from the other side, we got this over with, tightened, nice and ready to go. And voila, everything is tightened. Everything is down. All the pins are locked. Getting this last strap pretty tight. And look at that, we go to the levers and we are set to lower everything. So once everything's lowered, I usually like to check these top straps, because this is where the deck breaks, where it bends a little bit, so sometimes it gets the straps loose. And once all this is ready, we check the height with the measuring stick. So we're gonna get these 2 top straps, check them. Since the racks are connected up there, it tends to loosen the straps when you're raising and lowering. We're gonna put this stick away so we don't forget it. We're gonna get the height stick out and start measuring, and guess what the height is? Take a guess. The height on this vehicle is gonna be around 13.8. Just gotta be careful, make sure your stick is straight. And we got a 13.8 height on the nose with the Sportage. We got a 13.8 height on number 2 with the Kia K5 and a Telluride. And number 3, well actually that's gonna be number 4. This is usually the shortest over here. It's like 13.4, so you don't have to really spend too much time measuring here because this is your lowest point. The last 2 are gonna be your highest points. This one usually is high, so this is going to be at 13.9, 13.10 on the rear here if you have enough clearance. And sometimes you can even lower those pockets on top and make it even shorter. And on the tail we got a height also of 13.10, and we are ready to go. Look at that, all 9 loaded. All the height done, all the straps on, everything's tightened. And let me show you a little bit of spacing between each vehicle. Whoever's still here with me, thanks for watching. But that's how I load 9 vehicles usually. We try to stay under 14 feet, 13.11, 13.10, under there, depending on where we're going. We usually know our routes. all the time what roads we're gonna be using, so that's why we sometimes ride over 13.6. And that's a wrap, Big G subscribers. We just got all those brand new Kias on. A little tutorial on how to do stuff in the car hauling business. If you're interested, press that subscribe button. Got any comments, questions, go ahead. You know where the comment section is. I know I haven't posted in a while, but maybe we're gonna get into the habit of it a little bit. But peace.